Not every NFL fan is loyal or even tolerable. From beloved fan bases full of passion, pride, and decades of tradition to a pack of fair-weather frauds and rowdy loudmouths that drive everyone else insane. Here are the 8 most loved and most hated NFL fan bases, starting with the New York Jets and their fans who are a special group but for the wrong reasons. Ever since the Jets won a Super Bowl, their fan base has been acting like NFL royalty. They walk into every season with Super Bowl level optimism, but haven't even made it past division championship since 2010, becoming the only team not to see the playoffs during Pope Francis's tenure. That's 15 seasons of some of the most uncompetitive football imaginable. But it isn't just about the playoffs. The passionate fans in green now ranks high on the most delusional list. Additionally, Jets home crowds have developed a reputation for being rowdy and downright hostile to other fans, and it's become the team we all love to hate. In the 2000s, one infamous halftime tradition at Giants Stadium saw Jets fans gathering on the Gate D ramp and chanting at women to expose themselves. And it did happen. This halftime ritual of harassment became so notorious that in 2007, the stadium security had to crack down and increase patrols during games. And yet, that wasn't the end of it. In 2013, a viral video captured a male Jets fan punching a female Patriots fan in the face after a game.
The New England Patriots yesterday in overtime, there was unnecessary roughness off the field, and then a Jets fan punches a female Patriots fan in the head.
The footage became national news overnight and cemented Jets fans' reputation as a violent and hostile group. But it isn't just the fans alone. The Jets organization itself has provided plenty of fuel for the fire. During the 1994 fake spike game, Dan Marino caught the Jets defense sleeping and crushed their playoff hopes. Similarly, in 2008, when they started 8-3, beat the Patriots, and then collapsed, losing 4 of their last 5 to miss the playoffs. In another instance, during the postseason heartbreak of losing 2 AFC championship titles in a row in 2009 and 2010, the Jets have raised hopes only to crush them right after. They insist on continually hiring the next big thing, be it coaches or washed-up QBs like Brett Favre, Zach Wilson, or Aaron Rodgers, hoping for a get-good-quick scheme. And Jets fans don't shy away either from heckling back at their own team players. Unlike the Jets, who made the playoffs within a decade of their creation, the Pittsburgh Steelers had a rough start. From their founding in the 1930s, the team struggled for relevance, with only a single winning season to show for in 2 decades. The Rooney family's grounded leadership quietly translated into fans at the ground level throughout those years. It took the Steelers nearly 40 years to reach the playoffs, but when the 1970s hit, everything changed. They won 4 Super Bowls in 6 years, and just like that, the Steelers nation was born. Fans who had waited a lifetime suddenly had a team of legends, aka the Steel Curtain defense, with Terry Bradshaw, Franco Harris, and Mean Joe Green. I was a 12-year-old boy in 1974, and they were heroes to me. Been a Steelers fan since 1970. There has never been a team in the Super Bowl era that could match the team of the 70s. Today, Steeler Nation spans all 50 states, with offshoots reaching as far as London. They've sold out every home game since 1972. Hurling terrible towels even through their worst plays in the 1980s. Just like the Super Bowl XL in Detroit against the Seattle Seahawks, they were probably like 60,000 Steeler fans and about 10,000 Seahawks fans. It definitely felt like a home game for them and an away game for us. It was supposed to be neutral, and it wasn't a one-off. During the 2009 Super Bowl run, Steelers fans packed the Tampa Stadium, outnumbering Cardinal fans in their own backyard. From Dallas to Denver, Steeler Nation has a habit of taking over stadiums, no matter the zip code, but their impact extends beyond the football field. Steeler Nation gives back. They form non-profit groups like Fan of the Logo that organizes legendary tailgates to raise money for school supplies for kids, food banks, and neighborhood cleanups. And through the Steelers Social Justice Fund, the team and its fans have donated over $2.3 million since 2018 to more than 65 organizations. While the Steelers fan base is rooted in loyalty and team culture, the same can't be said for Kansas City Chiefs fans, who are known for bandwagoning and Hollywood. However, it wasn't always like this. For decades, Chiefs fans were seen as loyal, long-suffering underdogs who packed Arrowhead Stadium for a team that rarely made any postseason dent, and everyone loved them for this. But the moment they started winning, their rise to a near dynasty has completely rewritten the way they are perceived. Ever since Patrick Mahomes took over in 2018 and led the franchise to multiple Super Bowl appearances, Chiefs fans are no longer seen as harmless diehards. Other NFL fan bases now compare them to the New England Patriots dynasty years, suggesting Kansas City has become the new evil empire of the league. The Chiefs have been the NFL's most dominant team of the late 2010s and early 2020s, with multiple Super Bowl rings and AFC Championship game appearances. And this only fueled the rage among their fans, who hurl out slogans like, "They hate us cause they ain't us." They were already talking dynasty, comparing Mahomes to legends before he got his second ring, and trash-talking teams that had owned them a decade ago. If that weren't enough, Chiefs fans earned a reputation for throwing hands just as easily as confetti, whether it's against rival fans or even each other. But what really grinds the other fans off is when the referees blatantly favor the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's not just talk. Between 2019 and 2022, Chiefs opponents were flagged for significantly more roughing the passer and defensive penalties than the Chiefs were. It feels like you can't even tackle Patrick Mahomes without a flag being thrown, or if he makes a mistake, there's a flag to reverse it. Just when the NFL thought it had seen it all, Taylor Swift walked in. Since fall 2023, Taylor Swift's appearances at Chiefs games have created a pop culture craze in the NFL.
Runs away to find space, fires on the run to Kelsey to the 30-yard line. A perfect play for Patrick Mahomes to set the Chiefs record for most passing yards.
Every time the broadcast cut to her, social media would explode, not about the game, but about who she brought, what she wore, and if she cheered. But for the NFL, it meant more eyeballs. The Chiefs' AFC Championship game with Baltimore broke viewership records. With Taylor Swift in the crowd, the game drew over 55 million views, most ever for a championship game. And over 20% of viewers said they rooted for the Kansas City Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. Even the team owner, Clark Hunt, admitted that Swift spurred a 30% boost in the Chiefs fan base, generating over $330 million in media value for the Chiefs and the NFL. While the league and sponsors were thrilled, many fans weren't. I don't care what two consenting adults do with one another, and the media pushing it is annoying AF. In the next few years, the Chiefs went from NFL sweethearts to the league's most disliked fan base. Unlike the Chiefs, the Green Bay Packers fans are a shareholding community who literally own a piece of the team. Despite being from one of the smallest NFL markets, Cheesehead Nation have supported the Packers for over a century, not just as spectators, but as actual stakeholders. In 1923, when the team was on the brink of financial collapse, local supporters stepped in. They bought the team's shares, forming Green Bay Packers Incorporated, a public nonprofit that is still fan-owned today by over 530,000 shareholders. But the love for the game and unwavering loyalty to Packers go beyond those 537,000 people. The Packers hold the longest active sellout streak in the NFL, with every home game selling out since 1960. If you don't have season tickets now, it looks like you'll be waiting a while. In 2011, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel estimated the waiting list with 86,000 names, and with only 90 spots opening each year, your turn could take about 955 years. It's something that families pass down through generations. I graphed my progression on the season ticket waiting list since 2007. Assuming the trend line holds, I'll get my tickets in 2066. My dad got on the list in 1974. His number came up in 2017. And those sold out games, they happen even when it's negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit and the snow is piling up. Packers fans show up hours early in their hunting gear to tailgate. And on game days, they even volunteer to shovel snow off the Lambeau Field. Even during a 29-year title drought between 1968 and 1995, the fans never never missed a home game. In 2015, the Packers ranked third in total attendance, behind only the Cowboys and Giants, topping 600,000 fans that season. And they're not just casual supporters either. The average ticket cost is over $204, nearly 18% of Wisconsin's average weekly wage. Still, they rank number 3 in merchandise sales and number 1 in attendance per capita. And while the Packers have a century-long legacy, it's a different story for Dallas Cowboys fans, who are called the American Delusion. It started in 1978 when NFL Films coined the name America's Team in a highlight reel.
A national team whose popularity extends from coast to coast. Cowboy goals are lofty. Win the National Football Conference title and then the Super Bowl. They are the Dallas Cowboys, America's team.
What was meant to be a marketing gimmick was broadcasted by fans to imply national supremacy, while the team has done absolutely nothing to back it up. They haven't appeared in an NFC championship since 1995, and still every season Cowboy fans declare, "It's our year." Every August you'd see Cowboy fans chanting, "This is our year, back in the Super Bowl," only to collapse by December and then switch teams to become an Eagles fan. It's not as if they're emotionally invested in the team. They were ranked as the top bandwagon team for fashionable colors and logos. At this point, it's hard to tell who the real fans are. Despite their irrelevance in the postseason and annual playoff meltdowns, the Cowboys still managed to make it to the headlines. Dallas always gets shoved down people's throats when watching football. They always have too many primetime games. Similarly frustrated, Stephen A. Smith shares why he hates Dallas Cowboys fans.
What bothers me about Cowboy fans? Y'all stick your chest out every few years. You prognosticate, you talk about what you're going to do. And then the second you lose, you don't even take a day to smell your own selves. Within 30 minutes, y'all are like, "You know we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right?"
Despite being the richest sports franchise in the world, the Cowboys have gone 3 decades without sniffing a conference title. But their fans are always the loudest in the stadium. Not to cheer, but to cry foul when things don't go their way. In fact, Cowboy fans complain most of any NFL fan base. The same goes for their online communities, with fans harassing players and blaming referees for losses. However, this delusion doesn't stop with the fans. It starts at the top with Jerry Jones, who is the owner, GM, and self-declared team spokesperson, constantly inserting himself in front of every camera, every microphone. The Cowboys' performance might be down the drain, yet it doesn't stop their fans from trash talking and throwing a ruckus in the stands when things don't go their way. This pisses other NFL fans off.
By the way, the crowd is chanting Dallas sucks.
New Orleans Saints, maybe they catch fire here and start playing a lot better because they do have a talented roster.
Meanwhile, the Buffalo Bills know that hopping on a bandwagon during a winning season isn't loyalty. It's cheering your team through 4 straight Super Bowl losses, a 17-year playoff drought, and postseason heartbreaks, and still tailgating and doing charity in the team's name. And Bills Mafia continues to carry that banner. They have remained unfazed from the loss streak. If anything, their energy intensified. Buffalo Bills have the #1 tailgating fan base in the NFL, making their tailgates legendary, chaotic. Fans come in costume, crank up music, grill together, and create a celebratory atmosphere even before the kickoff. However, this passion is not new. It's been cooking since the 90s. And fans make sure to live every second of it. Their superfan, Pinto Ron, has attended over 500 straight games, home and away.
Commemoration of your 500th game.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's fantastic.
Thank you so much for being part of the Bills Mafia.
The Mafias have a family so close-knit that even players don't want to leave. Safety Micah Hyde turned down bigger markets just to stay in Buffalo.
The best part about being back, people say this all the time, but it really is like a family.
But above loyalty, the Bills always step up for their community. In 2017, donors raised over $400,000 for Bengals QB Andy Dalton's charity after his team helped Buffalo reach the playoffs. Similarly, in 2020, after major playoff wins, Bills fans donated nearly $300,000 to O'Shea Children's Hospital in honor of QB Josh Allen's grandmother. Bills will destroy a team. Their fans will then proceed to break a bunch of tables and then immediately pull out their phone and Google the opposing QB's charity. After the May 2022 racially motivated shooting at a top supermarket killed 10 people, Bills players visited memorials.
Buffalo Bills visited the scene of the shooting yesterday. The players and the coaches, they prayed, they served lunches, and they handed out groceries to people in the neighborhood.
And helped raise over $1 million for the victims' families. With actions like these, even their rivals can't help but appreciate and praise their efforts. So much so that by 2025, a majority of football fans wanted the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. While some teams get support from rival fan bases, there are some that can't even rally their own city. The Los Angeles Chargers were once San Diego's beloved hometown team, which united the entire city on game days. But it all changed in 2017 when owner Dean Spanos moved the franchise to Los Angeles after 56 years of being the San Diego Chargers. While the relocation boosted the team's valuation to $2.5 billion, it came at the cost of alienating nearly 90% of their original fan base. Many longtime fans felt betrayed and simply walked away. Whatever was left was a fractured identity. They rejected San Diego fans for LA, yet LA wasn't ready to own them. In the early years, the Chargers shared a soccer stadium where opposing fans often outnumbered their own. In one infamous 2019 home game, it felt less like a Chargers matchup and more like a Steelers takeover as Steelers Nation stormed the Chargers' home ground. The Chargers were even booed coming out of their own tunnel. And just like that, Charger fans became an endangered species. I couldn't even give a ticket to this game away. I called all my friends and they said, no, I'm done. The problem is that Los Angeles didn't need a new team. The Rams, who called LA home since 1946, had already reestablished themselves and even won a Super Bowl. Local fans had embraced the Rams' legacy, while the Chargers got the outsider syndrome. The leftover fan base was often mocked as the bottom tier of NFL support. And if that were not enough, their below-par performance hit the second nail in the coffin for failing to rally enough fans. From blowing a 24-point lead in the playoffs to surrendering games in the final seconds, heartbreak is a pattern that repeats year after year. The frustration translated to the fans as well. The rare times fans make headlines, it's not for unity. A violent brawl outside of SoFi Stadium during a Chargers-Raiders game left a fan unconscious after being punched. I mean, at least the fans are putting up a fight during the games. Unlike the Bills Mafia or Packers community ownership, Chargers fandom has no unifying culture. In a 2025 loyalty ranking, the Chargers finished second to last among all NFL teams. And yet, they still don't draw the hate Philly does. If there's one fan base that almost every other NFL crowd has a problem with, it's the Philadelphia Eagles, who have been despised for decades. It all started in 1968 during one of the Eagles' worst seasons. At halftime, the team planned a Christmas pageant, but when the scheduled Santa Claus couldn't make it due to a snowstorm, a 20-year-old fan named Frank Olivo filled in with a Santa Claus costume. However, as he walked out, the crowd, furious with the team's poor play, started booing him, pelted snowballs, and even hoagies. The infamous 700 level with the cheapest seats and wild energy often became a battleground of brawls. Fans threw batteries at players and brawled at Veterans Stadium. Things got so bad, the team had to install an actual in-stadium courtroom, presided over by Judge Seamus McCaffrey, just to process fan arrests during games. Perhaps the most despicable moment came in 1999, when Cowboys wide receiver Michael Irving suffered a career-ending neck injury. But the Eagles fans cheered while he laid motionless on the turf. Turns out in Philly, taunting rival fans is a tradition. It's come to a point that fans from opposing teams avoid attending Lincoln Financial Field games entirely. Been to plenty of away 49ers games before, but the Philly crowd is the absolute worst. The reason I won't go this time is that I legitimately worry for mine and my wife's safety when we win. In January 2025, a video of an Eagles fan hurling misogynistic insults at a female Packers supporter went viral overnight. While the man lost his job and faced a lifetime ban from the stadium. But it showed the world what Eagles fans are truly like. Even former Eagles player Chris Carter said he would avoid attending games in Philadelphia due to the hostile environment. But the worst was it's not just how Eagles fans behave when they lose, it's what happens when they win. After the team's NFL championship victory in 2025, celebrations in Philly led to gunfires, injuries, and property damage. Even the general manager Howie Roseman was bloodied after being hit with a beer at the Super Bowl parade. However, to some Eagles fans, all of this is a badge of honor, and they embrace their reputation as the worst. The fans' "no one likes us, we don't care" mantra only glorifies rebellion. And in most cases, bad play gets redeemed by a cheerful, warm-hearted fan base. But there have been times when the most exceptional team play is downgraded by the louder, meaner fan base, just like the Philadelphia Eagles.